Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to show you a game that is something else. This is a beautiful, beautiful game played by me and my opponent. My opponent, brenbud, is a Poly Champions Lightning Pro player who is a very, very good player, definitely in the top 100. So, this is Bardo versus Elyrion. Me playing as Bardo and him playing as Elyrion. So hopefully this game will show you just that Baro is not that far from other tribes as people think. So let's begin. Start the game. Just a common opening, nothing too much, nothing too wild yet. So Baro, Elyrion goes for two Politours. No, goes for the Rowan instead of the village, because the Rowan right now is more worthy. I upgrade, capture. Now here, I actually go for Explorer instead of Workshop. You might ask, like, why? Because it's a next turn I'll only get 8 stars, so I won't be able to get riding and get a rider on the same turn next turn. So I won't be able to get a turn for a rider. So this is a ranked game, which means I can restart the game on turn 3. So I wanted to see whether the terrain was, you know, whether I should restart the game, whether the terrain was unlucky for me. Because you can restart on turn 3, play another game due to bad spawn. So, here I saw that it's Elyrian terrain, and I didn't know just how powerful Elyrian could be, so my opponent gets forestry before capturing both cities. I get climbing for the ruin, and my opponent upgrades. So here's where it get wild. So have a look at this. Let me just bring your attention to this beauty. Poly pushing and then going again. This is some Magno Carlson shit. This is really amazing play. Just truly cool. Playing Elyrian really well. You know, that's not the last amazing play that they play. Brenbud really has a few tricks with Elyrian here. So here we go. I go for an Explorer, and I'm trying to get a lot of vision. So they upgrade the level 2 city first, and then they upgrade the level 1 city. Just typical stuff. Get a warrior. I upgrade. Get forestry, and we go for water growth. So yeah. Okay, here we go. So if we have a look at his position right now, like how well he's doing compared to me. So right now, Brenbud has 6 cities. He has a 7th city coming next turn and an 8th coming in 2 more turns, while I have only 3 cities. What? Another 2 cities coming later on, 1 in 2 turns and another one in 3. So his position is already much better than mine with Elyrian. And not only that, but each unit here has a purpose. The Polito is gonna go ahead capture this village. The warrior is gonna go ahead and go into the mountain road. These two Politos and the warrior are gonna, start exploring, going against into battle terrain where there could be where I could be. Like he doesn't know where I am yet. And this Polito is going exploring to the right. So everything here has a purpose. I mean, except this Polito, he's coming back. But very good unities efficiency. It's very important to assign a purpose to each of your units, because having a look at this warrior is doing basically nothing. This warrior's got so far to go from the village, and this rider I guess is doing something, but compared to him, I'm not doing that much. Like my units aren't being that useful, so his unit efficiency is already really good. Really. really nice, and his economy is just booming. Look at that, 16 stars per turn or 15 stars per turn on turn 7. It's insane. Elyrion, just when it's good, it's insane. Now he's got 20 stars per turn on turn 7. I get fishing to upgrade and to go for sailing because I'm kind of stuck here. He gets climbing for the climbing run as well as fishing. Both going into sailing probably. And if you notice something, is I'm getting explorers a lot. I've got explorers in every city except my capital. So I'm trying to get vision, because like vision in like intermediate and beginner players isn't as good as vision as against advanced players. As with vision you can do a lot more, like we're gonna see. She's good in them. She's got 23 stars on tier 9. And look, we're both getting a lot of explorers here, getting a lot of really valuable vision. Vision here is very much key. So you can see we're both playing passive. We're not really being aggressive just yet, mainly because this is being aggressive won't do much here, because we're kind of stuck between a one island kind of. It's gonna be very hard to attack each other. We're not gonna do much at just one tile difference. It's one tile land. It's gonna be very hard to cross, and it's gonna be really tough. And then there's mountains, and I can easily defend, and so can he. So there's no point attacking each other for no reason, because it's better to go ahead and explore sideways where you can get more villages. So now if you've got if it's gonna if you've got like one tile connections or like no connections at all, it's much better to go for sailing here, trying to flank your opponents, trying to go by the sides. So I just go ahead, get a double giant, typical Bardo stuff. I mean, oh gosh, his economy is just much better than mine. Elyrion's economy can be completely insane. You see, he's getting a lot of vision now. He's got a riding. He's getting roads now. Like even better, just completely boosting his economy. And now he's got an egg. Beautifully played by brenbud, going for an egg, just completely going for economy because he's got more villages here. If he turns this into a late game, he wins. Like I have 5, he has 8. The game is lost for me. So I'm forced to not give him any more villages. So he forced me to get a battleship. You guys ahead and roads the rider, and I really want to show you such a micro move that is like so hard to notice. But over here, you see him going ahead and putting the Polysword to the right, which is just, it's an amazing move. It's a brilliant move because it's so hard to spot. What this move does is basically it makes it really hard for my opponent to reach the Polysword, and I can't land here because this boat is a rider. So because this is a rider instead of a warrior, he's gonna be able to one-shot it with Polito. So if it was a warrior, he wouldn't have done this. So he spotted that this was a rider and that he could one-shot it with Polito, and decided to, make it really hard for me to hit the Polito and be able to land. Because I have to either land with the 4 HP, the 10 HP rider, or the battleship. I can injure the Polito, but then riders So I'm gonna have to go on shore, and the riders are gonna whack my battleship. So it's a brilliant micro move that is so hard to spot. Just those little things is what really makes a good player a very good player. Just beautifully done. Beautifully done. Alright? So he gets farming for even more economy. We see him upgrading. He's just turning this into a late game. Here you go, gets another egg. I get a star rune, so now I'm able to, upgrade. So I go for my fourth explorer for even more vision. Now I'll go for the rune now. And this turn is just absolute savage for him. He just does absolute savagery here. He goes ahead, upgrades, goes for border growth, gets a whale, an avalon, and at the same time he sieges the village. So now I'm forced to go ahead and hit the Navalon, otherwise it will one-shot all of my battleships. Hit the rider on the city, so he's just not letting me get the ruins. He's playing a lot of really forcing moves, forcing me to, just overextend. Goes ahead, takes out the giants. And here we see an amazing move, getting archery. Archery here is completely insane. It's one of the most insane moves he's done yet. Because archery not only allows you to shoot the battleships, it counters the giants, plays defensively so the giant doesn't even have the chance to attack. Archery here just it destroys situations like this because I can't go near the shore now. Because even if I put my battleships here, the archers can then go into the village or go into the barren forest over here and just hit my battleships. It's a beautiful move. Like, you can't make this shit up. It's amazing. Like truly amazing place. Here we see he's got his own first dragon, so once that's a fully grown dragon, then he's gonna keep attacking my naval. So here we go, he takes out my giant. Forgets to hit with the archer first, but fair enough. He's still playing very passively. And he's getting two dragons now. I get another star row and go for roads. My idea here is to try and out economy him, try to get a lot more better economy, so that's why I'm going for roads, not for roads themselves, but for trade. Before capturing the city. Now I get a battleship. Giant battleship, no. But my opponent is just starting an attack. Look at that. Look at that synergy. Just a simple synergy like this. I mean, most of you will fail the synergy. It's a good synergy. And he doesn't siege with the dragon. Very important because it's gonna die. He wants to, keep the dragon. And he gets sailing now to he's just competing for water now because he knows that this is a majority of villages. The archers, everything's just going wrong here for me. I'm healing the battleships just because I want to prevail them. But this is Elyrion just played well. You'd never think that Elyrion is such an economical tribe, being able to get over 20 stars by turn 8. But it's possible, it can have insane economy. And here my opponent gets his dragon. But I don't see it because I don't have the vision. I'm going for economy, which is trade, as previously mentioned. And now my opponent just goes ahead and goes all in. Well, they don't even go. Do they? Wait. Do they go for the? They go for trade. But yeah, they don't keep the dragon. They keep two dragons. They don't go for the dragons. They don't reveal them yet. I'm trying to still. I still have hope. I don't see the dragons. I probably should have known that he's got dragons by now, because I've seen the eggs. So, but now he's just. Yeah, this is just lost now. He's completely taken out my navy. I'm gonna have to. I can't even get that city anymore. I can't protect it. So he's got a 9v6 and he's got trade as well. It's just very much lost for him. So I'm forced to, get roads, but this is very much over. And at the end of my turn, I pretty much resign. Yeah. He gets navigation and it's over. It's basically over. He's got city majority and everything else to do with it. So this is pretty much a mixture of me getting a bit spawn loss because you see this, you see all of this, just these villages. I only got 5 nearby, but he's got a lot more. But it's also the insane expansion of Elyrion that got him, because let's have a look. I like turn 5. Alright, well that's not that good. Have a look. Turn 7. Turn 7. Look at this. He's already got 5 villages, 5 cities, and okay, 6 now. But by turn 9 or even turn 10, he's got 8. He's got 8 cities. 8 cities versus my 4. Like, the expansion of Elyrion is insane. I just started, starting to, use this city, produce units from this city, so I can't really expand. Even if I had the choice to, I can't expand as fast as Elyrion. Even if there was like a village here, like where the ruin is, instead of where it actually is. So, well, it can't be, but if I could have expanded easier, I still wouldn't have been able to catch up to Ilyrion's insane expansion. And I've got 18 stars. brenbud here has got 32 stars. I mean, this goes to show just how insane Elyrion can be. 32 stars versus 18 on turn 10. I mean, and this is an average Elyrion spawn when played good. So, Elyrion is definitely a very strong tribe here, and a mixture of very insane plays and just playing well as the spawn. Just all of those stuff is what got him the win. Definitely, if he didn't play well, I would have definitely could have won here with trade, but my opponent is a very good player. So hopefully you've learned something from this video. Hopefully you learned that, poly pushing with Elyrion is just more than turn 0. Like the insane play all the way back in turn 5. Just this beautiful play that you can do, that the polytor still has action even after being polypushed. Just all of those micro things that Elyrion can do that no other tribe can do with polypush. So the simple thing to remember with polypush is just to remember that when a unit is being polypushed, it will go in the direction it last went. So there's a tip for you. And don't just rush. Don't rush a bunch of polytors if you want to play Elyrion. Like he showed here, it's what? Let's have a look at turn 10. How many polytors did he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 polytors, 6 polytors. I mean, on turn 10, he could have had what? This is another 3, another 6. So another 6 Politos, so he could have had double that, but it didn't, just for the sanctuaries. So Elyrion is not all about Polito rushing, it's all about balancing. It's very much an economical tribe, and so as Elyrion you get roads, you get farming, maybe mathematics, not here, and sometimes archery. So that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you've learned from these some insane plays that my opponent brenbud played. Hopefully you've understood how to play Elyrion, how to counter Bardor, and that Navalons are really good. Also archery counters naval. So I think that's gonna be everything recap for this. Alright. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.